Hey everybody, it's Kevin, Canadian Hillbilly, and on this one I'm doing a build. I went out to my claim recently and my little sluice box catch-all worked out pretty good. So this is the metal part of it that we're going to be bending and fabricating today, along with the metal tabs over here. So you got your carpet in there, and you got your miner's moss, you got your 3/8 expanded, and then there's a 1-inch expanded. I think I'm just going to go with the 3/8 on this because the 1-inch just was basically a rock collector. But I got 3 pieces of aluminum here. We're going to mark, measure, then I'm going to score it with the saw, and then we're going to fold it, and then we're going to put everything together. And then I even got myself some aluminum brazing rod. So we're going to heat up the bent metal with a propane torch, and we're going to put the braze in here and seal this up to just make it a little bit more stronger. And yeah, that's where we're at. This little guy, it performed very well for me when I went out to my claim. Probably a third of the gold that was recovered came out of this section alone. The idea behind that is the water is going through your high bankers, traveling at a high rate of speed, and also carrying some of the gold with it. When it gets to the catch-all, it deposits all the tailings, the gold, into a wider area, which then the water speed slows down, and which allows the fine gold and everything else to drop out and be captured by that device. So I'm going to make 2 more of these guys up, and that's where we're at. And this one, I built 2 more of these catch-all boxes, and I use these guys at the end of the high banker. You know, some people use a gold pan to catch anything that blows out. I figure I'd devise a more practical object. And this is what I came up with. So the gray one's the prototype, 2 green ones are the ones I made. I'm hoping I can sell one of these guys for $150 a piece. Get a little cash flow coming into the old abode. Help save Hillbilly headquarters here. And yeah, so on this one, this is the process of how this build went. And hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Thanks. So the first thing I got to do is I got to mark these things out. So that way it's exactly 2 feet across in the middle like it is in this one. And it's kind of nice already doing the one, because it gives you an idea what you need to do for the others. So yeah, that's where we're at for this, and I'll keep you posted as we go. So I'm going to mark this one, I'm going to mark the other one, and then we're going to score it, and then we're going to fold it. So yeah, time to make some measurements. We got our lines marked on our piece of aluminum here. And they go 3 sides. One side is going to be open, obviously. It's not going to be a complete box. And we're doing 2 of them, so these are totally identical signs. That works out pretty good. So our next step is to clamp down a straight edge and get the saw out and do a precision score cut. Not too deep, but deep enough to allow this metal to fold easily without breaking. It's pretty precise. Everything about this is pretty precise. I try to make these things as close as I possibly can, and as strong as I possibly can. So now I'm going to clamp these things up to my little working table here, my pallet, and my partner Jace is going to give me a hand. And yeah, time to bust out more tools. Hey everybody, I am in the process of scoring this with the saw. And like I say, I'm just barely grazing it. That way, when I put the aluminum in the sheet metal brake, it takes it. Another thing I did is I modified my saw so no metal shavings can go inside of it and poach the motor, and it could also still breathe. It's a wood blade I have on there, but I'm only cutting aluminum, and I'm just barely taking anything off it, so I'm not too overly concerned or worried about it. So I got my backrest here clamped in there. And my saw is just going to run right along this flat edge here, and it'll cut right onto the line that we have scored out. So once this one's done, I'm going to have to readjust the clamp, put it over here, and do this one, and then we got the other one over here. So I'm going to get my little helper here to hold the camera. Can you point? No, you don't want to help now? Okay, maybe you can help me with this. Flush with the wall. not very happy it's out there. I'm going to have to go over that spot there again. Didn't go in deep enough there. Riding up on that. That's your problem. There's your problem. That feels good. It just needs to be that 1 millimeter in there. That's all we need to do. Alright, so I'm going to turn the camera off now and reclamp my angle iron on my straight edge and proceed with the other one. And we're going to do these ones here, and I'll get back to you once all 6 cuts are done. Okay, so we got our 2 pieces of aluminum all prepped. We got them scored. We even got them sliced into here. So that way we can do the fold and do the final fold and make our 3/4 of a box. Now to put everything into the sheet metal brake and fold stuff up. Which I'm looking forward to. I get to play with the toy I built. Look at this behemoth. Oh yeah. I'm going to put this camera down and or maybe I'll set it up into the tripod here. It's working pretty damn good. Opposite end, the same deal. I'll use the top clamp. Oh, that's going to be a lot of loud noise there. There. Slide that in most of the way. That down, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Visual check. Visual check. Yep. There. Sweet. Okay. Somebody wants to be a camera person.
I do.
Or you might be able to get away just leaving it like that. That way you can see the fold. Time for the magic. Ta-da. Here's your
Is
one
this
fold.
camera on?
Yeah, it's sure it's on, yeah. Thank you, dear. That would have been bad. Now we gotta unclamp everything. Open up my area to swing.
Oh no.
Well, you don't lose it.
Um.
I did see it roll down over here behind the jet. Oh, it's behind this clamp right there.
Oh, it was was blending in.
Hiding in plain sight.
That it was, the evil little bugger. Go there. And there. Yeah.
I could probably catch your camera if it falls again.
I hope so.
I actually don't know how I actually caught the camera.
Cat-like reflexes.
Just meow.
For the second pole. Grab it down low, get lots of leverage on it. There you go. Oh, that one was way nicer than the first one too. That's great. That one back a smidgen, so that's gonna have to overlap. There we go. Now this top clamp has to come off for the next pole. Top clamp. Put that down below out of the way. Grab this guy. Use those other C clamps, but there's another one identical to it on the ground. And we just clamp it right here to where we need it to be. If you want to hold the sign for me, I could do the clamping on this side. Yeah, that's about right. Now, I'm going to grab that rubber hammer and I'm going to bonk these in just a smidge. That way when we do the fold, this outside has a chance to go over it. That should do it. Okay. Now ready for the last fold. I'm going to go to the other side. You can grab the yellow lever. And bring her up. Oi, she's not going very nicely. I have to open up these tabs a bit. They're binding in a bit on that. Oh, good. All right, go to the other side there. Let's give her a try here. All the way up. Perfect. Excellent. As good as that's going to get. And we'll use clamps and gentle persuasion to get it to the last part. I ended up making this bar too wide. The metal binds on it as you try to fold it. That's what's going on here in this bottom corner. It puts hitting brace on us. Yeah. Take this break. Should almost make this big steel bar a little bit more narrow. Now, we'll just close the cut glass a bit, take the fold. A little bit better anyways. Yeah. Yep. Good. Well, that's one piece then. I'll do it all over again with the other one. Excellent. Now we're going to leave this hanging up for now. What we're going to end up doing is using a C-clamp on it to close it up. And we're going to push this end in and then squish this end in so it's nice and snug in that corner. So that's yet to come. I just want to go through and give everything a bit of a evening outer. Very good. I'm happy with this one. Time for the other one. Well, aluminum is all cut, folds are in, it's clamped, it's ready to be drilled out, have the bolts put in. I put two in back here. I'm going to put one end here, and the other one is going to be up here in the angle iron pivot bracket, which will hold the mesh down. So that's the next stage here, is to drill some holes, and yeah. Drill some holes out and get ready to put these little bolts in. So I'm just going to tuck away before I lose them. Put them back here in the little pile. So yeah, time to get the old drill out, punch some holes. Ooh yeah. Hey everybody. So I got all the parts and pieces over here in this one all ready to go. I got the top bolts inserted in. I got my pivoted piece, that way you lay your carpet down, you put your miner's moss on, you angle this up on a little angle, slide in the expanded, and it just goes down like that, and it locks right on in. Nice and even on each side. Like I say, I got the top bolt to hold that in place. These guys here, they're just held in place with a wing nut, so you get your carpet on the bottom, your moss, you expand it in, then you push it down, stick in this, screw it in, and that's good to go. For these ones here, I'm trying to keep them lightweight. I made the tabs out of smaller angle iron, and I'm only going to run with the 3/8 mesh because, like I said, the 1 inch is just a rock trap. So that'll make these a little lighter and easier for a guy to pack around. So now I got all my angle iron pieces all fabricated for this guy here. I just got to drill the holes for it and get cracking on that. So I'm going to go in here about 1 inch on each side. Put the top bolt in place. Use these ones here for the angle iron to pivot on. And then I'm going to drill the holes in the front end here for the clamp to sit in. And it's going to be pretty quick and easy, I hope. Well, I have successfully completed one. I got the expanded metal in here. I got my clamps in, my little brackets, a little extra miner's moss in the back end here. Probably not necessary, but it can hang out the front. Whoever wants this, they can figure that out for themselves. But yeah, looking pretty good. Fits in there pretty good. I got this bit of expanded here for the one I'm keeping. And this is tomorrow's project. I'm gonna have to make these two into one, so I have enough to stretch it. But I also have to straighten out some this, get it nice and flat, so these two will actually line up for when I attempt to weld these together, which is gonna be near damned impossible. But hey, I like impossible. I can do this. But that'll give me enough length to do it. And so hopefully things go well. Let me just actually overlay that one I got. Yeah. Oh yeah. There will have to be a little bit of welding, but that'll give me enough material to do it. So that's where I'm at for tomorrow. I got the one fully built. Once I get this welded up and fabricated, I'll be able to build number 3. I'm keeping number 1. That's number 2. That's going to be number 3, and number 1's underneath of it. And that's where I'm at for the end of the day. The sun is going down. It's a beautiful evening here at Hillbilly headquarters. We're going to light up a little bit of a fire and hang outside here for a little bit. Just enjoy the rest of the evening. And I'll resume this tomorrow morning. Yay! Okay, well, it's day 2 on this build. I didn't have enough expanded metal, but I had 2 pieces. And I decided to use the old zippy zappy machine here and combine the 2 pieces into one. And I'm pretty impressed with the results I got. It was one of those things I had to run on very, very low amperage and a slow feed rate on the wire. Because if you go too hot too fast, you just burn holes through this finer, small metal. And I was able to close up the gaps on every single one of these. It's relatively flat and flush. I'm going to take a grinder down and get all the tall spots, and then I'm going to have to clean them up a little bit with a finer file. But I'm pretty damn impressed. So with that being said, I'm going to work my way across here. I got to flip this over and do up the other side. I welded both sides up so it's good and solid. And that'll give me enough material to build the 2 of them together. My next one, though, I might have just for convenience build it to this width here, which would be the 70 km/h sign, which is pretty awesome. But I don't have any miner's moss for it. I might have little strips and pieces I might be able to patch together to make it work, but it's nice having a full sheet in there. But yeah, I'm pretty damn impressed with the way this turned out so far, guys. I'm pumped. It's been a good morning, and it's nice to get the welding done when it's still cool in the morning. It's supposed to be a scorcher of a day today, so like I say, it's nice to get all the hot stuff done while it's nice and cool out. So I just wanted to give you guys this little bit of an update. Next thing I gotta do is, like I say, clean that up, trim it up, take all the sharp edges off of it, and I'll probably end up using that one in my own personal one and saving the full sheet for the one I'm going to sell. Just that way it looks a little nicer and less, backyardy build, even though it's, a backyard build. But, yeah, things are turning out good. I really like the way this one turned out. That's in there. That's as good as she's going to get. That's looking nice. Looking like it should work for a fella or whoever's going to use it. So, yeah, good project. Hopefully I can sell these things for probably maybe $150 a pop, maybe $100. And I also got a number punch them too, so that way I can keep track. Hey, I'm trying to film over here, you jerk. Cocky bastard. Well, I got the carpet cut to length. Next step is miner's moss. Kind of roll that little fella out and cut it to the same length. These chickens are just throwing a real monkey wrench into my filming, I tell you what. Perfect. It is a warm day out here. Oh no. Alright, flip the tabs back down. Try a little motor. We'll grab that extended metal and insert this guy and clamp it down. Go. There. That's the second one, fully assembled and built. Oh yeah. Looking good. Add it to the pile. Now I can rebuild the very first one I built. Grab the iron off out of there. And none of those rocks look like gold nuggets. Cut. Holy smokes, there we're getting warm out. Yeah, it is the last one. That's all three of them fully built and assembled.
Good. Now I can go.
Look at that, guys. Well, I still got to clean up, put all these tools and things away yet. But this is good. This is progress. I'm looking forward to being able to sell these and get some feedback, see how that works for people. Oh, that breeze in the shade is fantastic. Well, everybody, thanks for watching me, Haley, and Jace on this build. I appreciate it. If you have any comments, or if you're interested in something similar to this, you let me know, and I'll, price is right, I can do anything. Thanks for viewing. Bye. Ooh, pretty, pretty.